What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting on the Grand Cherokee SRT, and before we actually get started on the Cherokee, I am going to address what's going on with the G-Wagon. Yes, that is the G-Wagon right there. Unfortunately covered up, and not very much going on with it right now because we are looking for a frame. As you guys know, these cars are not exactly a dime a dozen at the junkyard, so this is where we are. So that's basically the story. If we do find a frame, obviously we're going to swap the frame and get the car done, but currently it's just not happening. So we're going to throw this thing up on the frame machine. What I want to do is pull it out first before I start ordering parts and stuff, just to make sure that, you know, it is actually worth fixing. I'm going to try to remove as much as I can around these frame rails and then pull that frame rail out and just see what happens. See if any of this will come back out and see how far back I do need to actually replace that frame rail. So I'm gonna get this thing up onto the rack, I'll get it strapped down, and we'll do some pulling on it. One thing that does have me concerned is the fact that it will not go back into park and the hazard lights stay on for absolutely no reason. Like, you cannot turn them off. Like, see, it acts all funky and weird. But that, if anybody out there has any idea why it could possibly not be wanting to go into park, I would really love some advice on that. Other than that, it runs good, and hopefully it's not completely destroyed under there. We have the SRT up on the frame machine. We need to strap it down, and since we have such a big damage to the frame rail, we do need to use the clamps that come with the frame machine. So I'm going to remove these side skirts, and then we are going to clamp it down real nice. And the interesting thing about these side skirts is they are riveted on with these plastic rivets right here, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but it's okay because we have our Milwaukee sander here and we can just buzz them right off. Just like that. Check that out. We got it all strapped down to the frame machine, and I actually went ahead and put these blocks here as well just to get all my levels right. This just ensures that the car is sitting on the frame machine perfectly level, because these do adjust, and walking around, running around with a tape measure and making sure everything is straight is just a huge hassle. So I just throw these blocks everywhere, make sure it's even, and you're good to go. So now what we need to do, we need to weld a plate onto the end of this frame rail here and start yoinking on it. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to weld this front plate to the actual frame rail itself first. That way it does not separate as I'm pulling. Woo! You gotta have arms for that. You gotta have arms for that. I got green beans, potatoes. Woo! La 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 la. Dang. I bet. That's what I thought. Who your dad? But why don't you wanna come out? Down, 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 down. Hey! Sha-la-la-la-la. Check that out, guys. We got it all welded up. And those are not the prettiest welds, but guess what? It's good enough for who it's for. Cat, what are you doing, buddy? Look at him trying to cross that grate. What do you say about it, little guy? Boy, I know you ain't dripping on me. Check that out, guys. We have it all welded up nice and solid. Now we are going to hook our big metal hook up to it and give it a little tug and see what happens. Hopefully it comes out. If it doesn't, we're just going to take a sledgehammer to it and just start beating on it. What's up, cat? What you doing? Concha de madre. Тянем, мы все тянем. Are we gonna break something? Something gonna break today. Here we go. Something about to break. Be it a bone or a chain, something will break. Diggity ding dong. Check that out, guys. We got the frame rail pulled out a bit, and look at that subframe. That thing is clapped. Well, now we know for sure we need a subframe. What else do we need? What else? Oh, we're gonna have to clean that motor up a little bit. We can't abide by that. Look at all that gunk. So the next step is to continue pulling. I do want to get that wave out right there, but looking down in here, I can see that it actually pulled the tower out a little bit, just a little bit. Not enough for me to be happy about, but just enough that I know that it pulled it. So, you know, that's a good thing, but I guess we need to keep pulling it. I do have one last slight issue. I was pulling on this thing so hard that it actually popped off the clamps. And I tightened these clamps down hard, buddy. I don't need no keyboard warriors telling me how tight I tightened them, because I tightened them. I'll tell you what the problem is. Usually I wire wheel this pinch weld when I'm doing a really big pull, but on this one I was being a bit lazy and I didn't do it. So there you go. There you go. That's what laziness gets you. So I need to reset all the clamps and start pulling on it yet again, and then start ordering all the parts. We are going to need an entire front clip, an entire frame rail, and just a bunch of little bitty stuff in the front. And also, guys, stay tuned. I've got another frame job coming up for you guys. Kat, you want to tell us about the frame job that we got? No? She's right here, a little EcoBoost Mustang. And it's not too bad, but if you look at it, damn, frame rail's bent, kinked. That's gonna be an interesting repair. It's not gonna be too crazy, but it's going to be crazy enough to be interesting. So stay tuned for that, guys. Also, Paul is getting the white Accord done. I don't know if you guys remember, but we started this car, what was it, a couple weeks ago? Yeah, it was probably a couple weeks ago. Man, this thing looks good. This thing looked brand new. Why is that door gap so bad, Paul? Oh. Dang, man. It looked like it ain't even been wrecked. Also, remember the Atlas that we were doing the small frame job here on the corner? I also found out that the subframe is bent. That is why that wheel is sitting like that. And I tugged on the control arm to see if I can straighten the brackets out, but it would not come out. So I have to drop this entire subframe and then straighten it out and put it back on. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that video. I think it's going to be a very interesting repair. Also, I kind of need your guys' input on the F550. So I have decided I am going to upgrade the front end a little bit. As you guys know, these older 2008 models come with the 2-piece headlights, and I don't really like that look. I like those single-piece headlights, but my debate right now is whether I should get the clear chrome headlights or if I should get the blacked out headlights. I'm also going to put a chrome grille on it and then clean everything up. We're gonna put a new roof light on it. I'm gonna paint all the black trim. We'll polish out the wheels. Maybe we might even throw a little fresh paint on the deck here. There is a little bit of rust and stuff going on back here, so might, you know, throw a little paint on that, and possibly maybe get a new floor mat for it just to doll it up a hair, you know. That way I can get top dollar out of this bad boy. Honestly, I think it should do pretty good. I think all this will clean right up, and yeah, of course. I just don't know how all this will clean up, but I guess we'll find out. I guess it will. I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with any of that. A nice good pressure washing, and I think we can actually make some decent money off of this truck. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button, and check us out on Instagram, and stay tuned. We've got a bunch of different projects coming up, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Wild, man. You're gonna be doing more than reading codes here soon, buddy. Nah. How did you do that with an all-wheel drive?